a threat for Zargon. Back to the Barbarian's turn now. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll stop here, and he will search for treasure. Gold! Nope! We got a number 8 on this card, which means we roll on Pater's random treasure table. Where did my treasure table go? There it is. Okay, so we roll a d10 for this. Higher number is better. What do we get? Oh, we got a 2. You're making too much noise. 2 of the listed wandering monster appear. And then shuffle all discarded cards back into the treasure deck. I'm actually not going to do that. The reshuffling. 2 wandering monsters will appear. That means 2 Fimers. Now, let's see. Can I cash them in for anything interesting? I don't think so. It's so weird that there would be 2 Fimers in a room anyway to begin with. That's... Yeah, no, I'll just stick with 2 Fimers, but maybe I can get away with a Grapple. And I believe my rule is that when wandering monsters appear, their abilities auto-trigger. That is my rule. So that means that one of them automatically gets the grapple. So I will have this one here do the grappling, and this one here do the attacking on the Barbarian. So let's look up the rule for grapple. I so rarely get to use this rule, because it just does not come into play near as often as I would like it to. But the rule states, targeted hero may not move, attack, cast spells, or roll defense dice until this creature is dead or no longer adjacent to the hero. At the start of the hero's turn, while grappled, he may roll 1d6. If the result is lower than the hero's starting body, so that's my simulation of a strength check, the grapple is broken and they may move the grappling creature 1 space in any direction. If it is not possible to move the creature, the grapple is still broken. Okay. So, but that's not until the start of his next turn. And so they get to attack now, and then if they survive, they get an attack on Zargon's turn. So, 1 grapple, 1 attack. Fimir gets 3 attack dice. The Barbarian cannot defend against this. Come on now. Come on. Oh. Oh. That's so sad. I got absolutely nothing. Dang it. So that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. Elf's turn. Well, he's going to take a shot at the... let's see, he's already used his Ring of Fire of Wrath, so yeah, he'll take a normal shot with the broadsword at the Fimir right next to him. And got 1 skull. Fimir rolls, 3 defense dice, I believe? Yeah. He defends. So that's the end of the elf's turn. Dwarf. He is going to move... yeah, I guess neither one of them take any damage yet, so I don't know that it makes much difference. Although moving him there gives the Fimir a path to the wizard, so actually I will move him right here. He will diagonally attack that Fimir with his crossbow. 3 combat dice. And he manages to get 1 skull on the Fimir. The Fimir gets 3 defense dice. And he doesn't roll any black shields, so he does take 1 hit. So we'll mark that like this. And that's the end of the dwarf's turn. Wizard. Wizard. Come on, these are 2 beefy guys, Wizard. You got to get in there and make stuff happen. What do we got? What spells do I have? I've got Genie, which I am just kind of dying to reinvent as a spell, because if you look at this, it says, this spell conjures up a genie who will do one of the following. Open any door on the board, revealing what lies beyond, which I've never seen the advantage in doing that. Or use 5 combat dice to attack any monster within your line of sight. I mean, as your characters kind of get more powerful, eventually, especially if you're house ruling, and getting them much more powerful than the base game allows for, then 5 combat dice isn't that spectacular. I mean, my Barbarian rolls 5 combat dice every time he attacks, so this is, I guess, just for a moment, the wizard being a bit like the barbarian. But, let's see, what else do I have? I think offensively, I've got Fire of Wrath, or I could cast Courage on somebody. I'd really like it if the wizard had more options. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. The wizard is going to book it in there. He's going to sprint and see if by some chance I can get enough on this roll to get me in a good position to maybe attack this Fimir right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. 11. 11. Here we go. He is hiking up his skirt and booking it around this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess 8 would give him access to either one. And I could do Fire of Wrath, which does 1 body point unless the monster rolls 1 defend die, or rolls a 5 or 6 on a d6. But you know what? He's got 2 healing potions. I think he should just use Seeking Bolt to finish the job on this guy right here. So that's what he's going to do. So that means this guy is gone. And he does not leave us anything. And the wizard needs to avoid rolling a black shield. Or, no, he needs to get a black shield, which he did not. So the wizard loses a body point. That brings him down to 1. But yeah, a very good use, I think, of Seeking Bolt. So that's the end of his turn. Zargon gets a threat, which does mean now, next opportunity, I can spawn a pit trap. The Fimir is, of course, going to attack the wizard. So he's going to take 2 steps there, unleash the full might, hopefully, of his 3 attack dice. 2 skulls. That's pretty good on the wizard. The wizard only gets 2 defense dice. And he gets 1 shield, but he does take the other damage. So he needs to immediately drink one of his potions in order to survive. And dang, a 2 and a 1, so I'll choose the 2. So let's see here. Alright, so he's down to 1 healing potion. But that's the end of Zargon's turn. Pretty nasty. But the Barbarian, no, so help me, no! He's freaking out. Takes the shot with 5 combat dice on the Fimir. And he gets 1 skull. And the Fimir defends with 3. He takes a hit. So that brings him down by 1. Can't really see. I'll put that right there, I guess. Till some hero comes along to stand there. But that's the Barbarian's turn. Elf will go 1, 2... Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go right here. Because then he'll be in a better position to... then he'll be in a better position to maybe get into the next room a little sooner. So yeah, he's going to take his crossbow, aim it at the back of the Fimir's head, and he gets 2 skulls, so this is looking pretty likely like the end of the Fimir. Yeah, there goes the Fimir. Does he leave us a present? No. Okay, well, it's gift enough that you are dead. That's the elf's turn. Dwarf will take 1 step and search for treasure. Wandering monster, oh my gosh. So hey, Fimir's back. And he's going to take a swing at the dwarf. 2 skulls. Yikes. Okay, dwarf defends with 4. He gets 1 white shield, but does have to take that other hit. That brings him down to 1 body point. But he's got 4 of these healing potions right now. I do need to... I think I'd like to give one to the wizard. But the dwarf is certainly fine right now. So that's the end of the dwarf's turn. Wizard. What are we going to do, wizard? Did we use the Genie spell? I don't think we did. Let's go ahead and use the Genie spell now. So that makes a genie come out of, I don't know where, on Eldorast, and roll 5 combat dice to attack. So let's see here. Oh my gosh. Just 1. And this Fimir hasn't taken any damage yet. Let's see here. You know, he doesn't defend, so at least he's down by 1. But I mean, the wizard... Jeez. I guess the wizard will go right here. 1, 2. So that at least the Fimir is going to have to, in order to get to the wizard, which of course he's going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least has to get himself in a non-ideal position in the room. But yeah, he's totally going to take a swing at the wizard. And gets 1 skull. Wizard defends with 2. Does manage to defend. And that's the end of Zargon's turn. Got to give myself a threat, though. Cycle around to the Barbarian's turn. He takes a swing. Yeah! Oh, beautiful. Well, the Fimir already has 1 on him. The Barbarian got 4 skulls, so even if he rolls 3 black shields, he's still taking another hit and dying. So there goes the Fimir, and he left us nothing. How very ungrateful of him for our generosity in ending his miserable life. But that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. He is going to move, though. He'll go 1, 2, 3. And let's open this door and get this party started, even though the Barbarian can't really attack this turn. We can at least keep things moving and see what's in the last room of the dungeon. Probably an orc who's upset that we killed his dad. Understandably. I don't know. Do orcs really... Do they really care about their family members? Are orcs capable of love? It depends. Like the lore of some fictional worlds will say that orcs are like. I think that's how. I didn't read the Lord of the Rings. I tried. Too many descriptions of ornate doorknobs. But like the way the movies handle it is like, no, these are evil creatures through and through. There's no redemption for them. They are incapable of receiving redemption or pursuing redemption in any fashion. Sometimes vampires are treated that way, but then other fictional worlds will kind of turn that on its head and say, well, what if they could be redeemed, you know? So it depends on like how you're going to use them. I think I like to think of orcs as they're like, biblically speaking, they're like demons. Like they're just not in a position, either in their faculties or because of how they have rejected God in such a way that they cannot receive redemption. Not for any fault of God's, but just because of the nature of who they are and what they've done. It'll be interesting to kind of learn about that kind of stuff, the nature of their rebellion. But yeah, I kind of see orcs the same way. It's like, yeah, no, there's there's no going back for these things. So I guess, why would he be angry about his dad being killed? I don't know. Probably because his dad was in some way useful to him. And so him being killed maybe thwarted the plans that he had for his dad, to abuse him in some way, take advantage of him in some way. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, so what's in this room? We've got the end staircase, which is good news. The rest is all bad news. It's orcs and orcs and orcs. Oh, no, there's some goblins. Let's see here. So we've got... Here, we can bring the camera in even a little bit more to what's happening here. So we got those guys. I need to get a goblin here. And then another one here. Yep, right by that door. And then we get a special orc. Come on, where's my special orcs? There we go. Now, in the base game, what they do is they have you use the orc with the notch in his blade. But I don't think that's kind of quite distinguishing enough. I mean, it was cool back in the day, I guess. But if they were going to create a different model, why not create him look a little bit more ferocious looking or something? But at some point, playing this game with my buddy in high school and then in college, he gave me his copy of the game because it was just collecting dust. He was only playing the game with me. And so to donate to the cause, as my components started to wear out or just to have some spares or whatever other use they might be, he basically just gave me his entire HeroQuest game. So I have 2 sets of the game. And since that was the case, I took an entire... And we were like house ruling to come up with more menacing versions of the same monsters as time went on. I took a permanent marker to... I could just hear someone saying, "Sacrilege, how could you?" You know, well, I guess some people paint these. But anyway, yeah, I took permanent marker to his half, basically, of all the monsters, so that you would have, like, black, dark, nasty versions that, you know, I didn't want to go to the work of painting them all. I've talked about that before, why I don't bother doing that. But yeah, I feel like this... just more strongly at a glance, really differentiates and says, okay, this guy is special. And it is, indeed, Grak, son of the other guy that I killed. And he has got... now, it says in the description that he's an extra tough-looking orc who's holding a staff exactly like the one described in the armory on the cardboard platform. Woohoo. Grak is also wearing a wizard's cloak, so I'm on board for that. Its use is explained on the matching artifact card. If Grak is killed, the cloak will be of special interest to the wizard. Oh yes, it will. Give him the matching artifact card. So we're going to get on that as soon as possible. For now, his movement is 8, his attack is 4, defend 4, body 3, and mind 3. And, as the wizard's cloak might rightly hint at, Grak knows 3 chaos spells that may be cast 1 per turn instead of attacking. The spells are Fear, Sleep, and Tempest. So, I think this might be, if memory serves, the first quest that we've got a bad guy that knows some spells. So let's see. Fear, Sleep, and Tempest. So there's... Okay. So if you've never seen them before, this is what the art on the back of the Chaos spells looks like in the original set. And then these are the 3 spells that we're going to look at here. Fear, we'll look at them one at a time. Fear, this spell causes any one hero to become so fearful that his attacks are reduced to 1 combat die. The spell can be broken by the hero on a future turn by rolling 1 red die for each of his mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. So here's where mind points do become relevant. So yeah, that can basically just nerf the attack power of one of my heroes. Barbarian is a popular target for that, understandably. Tempest, the spell creates a small whirlwind that envelops one hero of your choice. That hero will then miss his next turn. That could be valuable as well, to miss the turn entirely. Sleep. This spell puts any one hero into a deep sleep. A sleeping hero is unable to move, attack, or defend himself. The spell can be broken immediately or on a future turn by the hero rolling 1 red die for each of his mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. Okay, so we'll cross that bridge when we are capable of doing so. We've just revealed the room. The Barbarian revealed it. Couldn't attack. His turn's over, right? So that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. So now it's the Elf's turn. He can come right here. and do a ranged attack on this orc right there. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He gets 2 skulls. The orc gets, what, 2 defense dice? Yeah. So he's got to roll 2 black shields to survive this. Nope. So scratch 1 orc. Does he leave us a present? He does not. So that's the elf's turn. The dwarf. Dude, I think you just get in there, dwarf. I mean, my gosh, you've got 4 healing potions. Dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess he'll just take a crack at this orc here. Just reduce the numbers, first and foremost. The number of potential attackers. He's got his broadsword, and he gets 2 skulls. Can the orc survive this with 2 black shields? Doubtful. Yeah, almost. Not quite. So there goes that orc, making quick work of this room. He does not leave a present. That's the end of the dwarf's turn. Wizard. Alright, wizard. He's got 1 healing potion. Do we want to get in there? I'm not quite feeling bold enough. Well, you know what? If he dies, as long as he dies in the same room with the other guys, this is the last room, let's get in there. Let's get in there and make stuff happen. So, he's going to go 1, 2. He's greedy for that. He's like, I smell magic in that room. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess 5. Put him there. And let's do Fire of Wrath, so it's at least, you know, not an almost guaranteed point of damage on himself. He does only have 1 healing potion. But being right next to the dwarf, we can remedy that pretty quickly. Even so, Fire of Wrath. Here we go. He's going to cast this on... oh, these are just goblins that are left. Okay, yeah, sure. He's going to cast this on one of the goblins. This spell may be cast on any one monster, blasting it with flames. It will inflict 1 body point of damage, unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or 6 using 1 red die. It'd be interesting to think about modifying those defense rolls somehow based on the monster's mind points. Trying to think, so that somehow maybe their intelligence can help them defend against mystical assaults in some way. I don't know. I'm not going to house rule that now, but that's something that's potentially a point you could kind of pick at and play around with in house ruling. So yeah, 5 or 6, 5 or 6, goblin. Oh man, he rolls a 5. So the wizard came in there and just made himself vulnerable. For no reason. So now... Oh, I forgot to potentially spring a trap. Let's spring it on the wizard. Since I forgot, let's do that now. Although the wizard, better capable than most of maybe seeing it in advance. Okay. He rolled... How many mind points? Oh, crap. He's got 6 mind points. He rolled a 6. I've got to roll less than that. So he did spring the trap. We'll put it in the doorway just to make things extra stupid for other people trying to get in the room. Yeah, I'm definitely fudging things quite a bit right now, but oh well. So there he goes. There he goes. And that's the end of the hero's turn. Oh man, it's going to get interesting now. Wizard lost a body point. That means... he immediately has to drink that potion. And, oh my gosh. He only gets 2 back. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the wrong spot. He doesn't have to drink that potion yet. He's down to 1. He doesn't have to... Okay, so this roll is not quite relevant yet. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong spot of where I had my numbers for my potions at. Or for my health, I mean. Okay, so, still in the pit, though, and definitely going to be attacked by, I don't know, is that the way we want to go? I think we do, even though I'd love to use Grak's spells. He's got 4 attack dice, and the wizard is at a major disadvantage right now, so he's going to go here. He's going to roll 4 attack dice. The wizard gets 1 less to defend with and only has 1 body point left. So here comes Grak with 3 skulls. The wizard cannot defend against that. So he is, at this point, going to have to drink that potion. Let's see if this roll is any better. Okay, yeah, definitely. So he at least gets all 4 of his body points back. That's Grak, but we're going to keep hacking at this guy with at least one of the goblins. 2 attack dice. And 2 skulls. Oh my gosh. He only gets 1 to defend. So he's going to take at least 1. He's going to take 2. So he is down to 2 body points. With no healing potions left. Let's see here. This goblin over here can't get to the wizard. He's going to settle for the dwarf. It's not really worth the risk for goblins to do Reckless Charge because they die so stinking easily. But he'll attack the dwarf. He gets 1 skull on the dwarf. Dwarf defends with 4. Does manage to defend. So now all the bad guys have gone. So we're back to the heroes now. Dwarf, you've got to remember when it's your turn to give maybe a couple potions to Elderast. Let's see. Barbarian first, though. Do we want to have him do Reckless Charge? I think we do. Yeah, let's do it. He's going to go 1 and try to jump this pit. Jeez. Okay, no skull now. Oh, crap. He's in the pit. He's in the pit with the wizard. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to show that. Put him right there, I guess. And his turn is already over. Oh, brutal. Loses a body point, adding insult to injury, or injury to insult. Okay. Elf. Elf. Okay. Let's, oh, you know what? Yeah. My house rule, we established earlier, I think, in this quest, that you can shoot over heroes that are in a pit space. So he is going to... Does he have any offensive spells? I don't think he does. No, he had that Ring of Fire of Wrath, but he burned the charge. So, yeah, he's going to use his crossbow to attack Grak. And he just gets 1 skull. Grak gets 4 defense dice, so he will probably defend this. At least there's a pretty decent chance. Yes, he easily defends. Dang it. So that's it for the elf, unless he wants to move. Does he want to move? No. He'll stay put. Dwarf. Okay. Dwarf is going to take a shot at Grak. 3 attack dice, and then, no matter the outcome, he's going to move, take 1 step, and give a potion to Elderast. Okay, so 1 skull on Grak. Grak rolls 4 to defend. Does not manage to defend. So Grak is down to 2 body points. So I'll put a little die here. That is his current, not how much damage he's taken. Oh, you can't see that anyway. I'll just, man, is there a spot you can possibly see it? You can just barely see it there. So he's got 2 left. The dwarf is going to, even though I'm going to just set the barbarian aside for now. We know that he's in the pit with the wizard, but there's no room for him where I want to put the dwarf. So dwarf is going to move there. He's going to give 2 healing potions to the wizard. So that still leaves the dwarf with 2. But the wizard now has 2. Much better. That's the end of the dwarf's turn. Wizard. Now, because Grak is adjacent to the pit, the wizard does have line of sight to him. Now, I don't think he has any more directly offensive spells, but I think he's absolutely going to, with these new potions he's got now, feel like it's worth it to cast Seeking Bolt. So that's an automatic Zot point of damage to Grak, who's now down to just 1. And the wizard rolls. He needs to get a black shield to avoid taking a point of damage. He does not. So he's down to 1. His turn's over. It is Zargon's turn. Zargon gets a threat, which I'm not going to be able to use, I don't think. I might be able to spawn something if the heroes don't get out of here fast enough. And... oh my gosh. I did not have the wizard get out of the pit. I did not have the wizard get out of the pit! He's in so much trouble. From this goblin first. 2 attack dice on the wizard. Okay, that's a miss, but he's going to take a step back and leave room for this goblin to walk around here and take his own shot at the wizard. 2 skulls makes up for the failure of his brethren. The wizard gets 1 to defend. So is he already down to 1? Yeah, he's dead. Unless he drinks one of his potions, which he does, of course, immediately. Not good. Well, he gets his full 4 points back in health. Still has 1 healing potion left. But now Grak is going to take a shot at him. With 4 attack dice. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I left him in that pit. 2 skulls incoming. Jeez Louise. Ugh. So he takes 2. He's down to 2. That was the worst that he could do. Man. If Grak would have had a direct damage spell, I so would have had him do that. But that's the end of Zargon's turn. So we bring it back to the heroes. And I use the term loosely, of course. Barbarian is going to get out of the pit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, we'll go all the way behind Grak. And he is going to make a mighty swing. In fact, let's do Berzerker Rage. Once per quest, before rolling attack dice, you may place this card on your character sheet to gain +2 attack dice and -2 defense dice. Add 1 token to this card at the start of each of your turns. When there are 3 tokens on this card, remove it from the game. Alright, so he is in freaking Berserk mode right now, which means 7 attack dice is what he's rolling. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 3. 3 skulls on Grak. Who gets how many defense dice? 4. No, he's gone. He is gone. And let's see if he leaves any loot in addition to that cloak. 5, which means drawing a card. And gold. So 25 coins. All right, I'll take it. The Barbarian gets that. Actually, we'll just add it to the party total. There we go. So that's the Barbarian's turn. He's done. Elf. Let's get in there, Elf. 1. No, he doesn't even have to. Diagonal. He can attack right there. Let's see here. 1 skull. 1 skull on the Goblin, who rolls 2 defense dice. He fails. So there goes the Goblin. Does he leave us a present? No. Okay, so that's the Elf. Good job, Elf. Dwarf. Finish it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 attack dice. Gets 1 skull. Goblin defends with 2. Oh, man! I was almost going to say fails to defend. No, he did defend. Dwarf's turn. Dwarf's turn is over. Here we go. Elderast steps out of the pit, brushes himself off, and seeking bolts the crap out of that Goblin. Probably takes some damage in the process. Yep. So that brings him down to 1, but we're about to be out of here. That's the end of his turn. Zargon gets a threat. He's not gonna get enough to do anything with it. Barbarian searches for treasure and picks up the artifact for the wizard. Give it to him between quests. The Wizard's Cloak. Yeah. Been waiting for this. Alright. This magical cloak made of shimmery fabric is covered with mystical runes. It can be worn only by the wizard, giving him 1 extra combat die in defense. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Does he have any other treasure? I don't think he does. Yeah. So then that was the Barbarian. And then he's going to leave. Elf. You got to be able to get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he doesn't fall into the pit. Oh, crap. Let's see. Did he fall in? Oh, no. Spring's a trap on a... Right? Spring's a trap? What's the deal for Acrobat? Because he rolled a white shield, so he might have fallen into the pit. Avoids... Oh, no. He avoids sprung traps on anything but a white shield. So he did fall in, dang it. So... That's 1 less... Oh, no. That makes him dead. But he's going to drink one of his potions. So that'll get him out. I'm not even going to roll for it because it doesn't even matter. He's going to be out on his next turn. Well, no, let's roll for it anyway. Okay, so he gets 3 body points back. End of the elf's turn. Dwarf, leaving. Wizard, leaving. Zargon's turn. Gets a threat that I'm not going to be able to use. Hero's turn. Elf. We are out of there. Nice. Okay. So, feels really good to have that wizard's cloak. And what is the next quest? Trying to remember. This was Legacy of the Orc Warlord. The next quest, The Lost Wizard. Ooh, okay. Yeah. I think there's... I'm trying to remember what the treasure is there. I'm not going to look at it now because I want to go get some lunch. But that is all for now. Stay tuned. I'll be starting up my 4 Against Darkness series again, probably the week after this goes up. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. It is time again for Christian Geek Central's annual Game Save event, fundraising for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which provides free treatment for children facing life or death circumstances and shares its cutting-edge, life-saving research with hospitals all over the world. And once again this year, I'm drawing attention to our team's fundraising by performing a 24-hour marathon of video gaming that I will live stream on youtube.com/Christian Geek Central beginning 6 a.m. Pacific Time on Saturday, November 4th. You can donate or get more info by clicking on my fundraising page in the links below, where you'll also find incentives and rewards for doing so. On top of that, I've set fundraising milestones that will unlock strange and unusual happenings as I reach them. Finally, if I reach my $500 goal by the end of Thursday, October 19th, I will do a 4-hour Get Good live stream before the end of the year, playing only the most frustrating, difficult games in my collection. Now, there are some stipulations and time limits on those rewards and milestones, so quickly follow the link below to my fundraising page for all the details. Believe it or not, this makes the 10th consecutive year of Christian Geek Central raising funds for kids in great need of medical care. I hope you'll be a part of helping me and the Christian Geek Central Game Save team do some good for some kids who really need it. And then please join me at youtube.com/Christian Geek Central for my 24-hour marathon starting at 6 a.m. Pacific on Saturday, November 4th. Hope to see you there.